Shakur Stevenson is a first-class fighter, and I don't think it's going to make any difference that he give his title up because of weight difference. He'll just go to the next division and win that title as well.
Shakur is stepping up because he got nobody else to go after. He's stepping up to try to prove a point. You know, his big bro, a.k.a. Terrence Bud Crawford, you know, put a huge upset and made a historical moment in time for the sport of boxing and changed it by beating Canelo Alvarez to become the undisputed super middleweight world champion. So I think that I think those things like that make Shakur want to step up the plate, step up to the challenge, and face Teofimo, who is I. So I'm going to show everyone that his defense is not as immaculable like they say it is.
Mike Tyson, a man who has seen every level of violence the human body can endure, was recently caught in a moment of pure, frozen disbelief. He wasn't watching a heavyweight knockout or a street brawl. He was watching leaked 2026 training footage of Shakur Stevenson moving with a speed that looks almost digital. For weeks, Tyson has been the architect behind Teofimo Lopez, personally instilling the brutal, old-school fundamentals of the peekaboo style to dismantle the young star.
This is how you do this, son. This is how the game works.
It is.
Now you take his mantle, the world's greatest fighter, properly of all times.
Yeah.
I beat the man who was the man that beat the man that beat the man.
Yeah.
So now I'm the man.
When was the first time that happened for you?
When I fought Larry Holmes.
Okay.
And Michael Spencer, I beat the man.
Yep.
They beat the man.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
And it's incredibly intimidating until you step in the ring.
You know, intimidation is really bad, but fear is beautiful. To have fear is beautiful. Intimidation just ruins your day, but the fear is just amazing.
If you know how to manage it.
When it's properly managed, yes, it's just amazing.
I get it. You can feel like you're alive. You still alive. You know, you're not not like you're not human.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the whole part of it.
Please never underestimate the power of fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You think of
But after seeing what Shakur is truly bringing to Madison Square Garden for their January 31st showdown, the legendary heavyweight might have just realized a terrifying truth. The monster he's helping to create for this fight is about to walk into a trap he never saw coming. This isn't just a tactical battle anymore. It's a realization that the sweet science has evolved into something even Iron Mike didn't think was possible. The footage in question isn't just your standard bag work or light sparring. It's a series of high-intensity reflex drills where Shakur appears to be operating on a different timeline than everyone else in the room. In the clips that have set social media on fire, you can see Stevenson executing 3 punch combinations and slipping 2 return shots in under a second. It's the kind of glitch speed that makes analysts question if the frame rate was tampered with, but the witnesses in the gym swear it's real. This isn't the defensive, cautious Shakur some fans have complained about in the past. This version of the Newark native has added a vicious, offensive intent to his game, a mean streak that Tyson himself has been vocal about wanting to see in the new generation. Seeing it manifested in the man his own student has to face in just a few days, that's where the shock comes in.
T.O. is probably the biggest opponent I fought, but I don't feel like size win fights. I don't care who you is. If we get in a physical little wrestling match or anything, get in there, you gonna feel me just as much as I feel you. So.
To understand why this is so jarring, you have to look at what's been happening in the Teofimo Lopez camp. Mike Tyson didn't just show up for a photo op. He's been hands-on, molding Teofimo into a compact, explosive wrecking ball designed to nullify distance. The peekaboo style is built on the idea that if you can't outbox a slick mover, you have to make the ring so small they have no choice but to fight you in the trenches. Tyson has been seen running Lopez through brutal head movement drills, teaching him how to bob and weave while throwing counterhooks with enough torque to end a night instantly. It was the perfect plan on paper, a legendary strategist giving a young champion the tools to break an elusive master. But when the master reveals he's also become a predator, the entire chessboard gets flipped.
Not to look over it, but a lot of people look at southpaws they're very difficult, but I grew up with southpaws since a kid. Kind of understand the rhythms of it. Don't get me wrong, he could be slick, but there's something I do to southpaws that's working in my favor.
Shakur different though.
It's all right.
Shakur's a special fighter. Yeah, but
you got dropped, man. What you talking about?
You
almost got dropped.
Yes, Dad.
Even his little daughter said.
Hold on, get a pops a mic, man.
Dad, like, we need them fire.
Get pops a mic, man.
Now,
No, don't stay quiet, don't stay quiet.
now I understand why you still.
Don't stay quiet.
No, yeah.
That's
T.O. like, nah.
Freaking 4 seconds, man.
This is a special fight because of who we both of y'all are, but Shakur is a special fighter. You got to acknowledge that.
That's what we fighting.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he does agree that he's special.
But he does get hit.
But I mean, he got hit.
Gonna crack him at least. He gonna hit him.
He got hit a couple times against Cepeda, but he put himself in a position. Normally, he doesn't get hit like that.
There's a growing controversy surrounding Tyson's role in this whole drama. Just months ago, Iron Mike was on social media calling Shakur Stevenson the future of boxing and the best he's ever looked after his masterclass win over William Zepeda. He was praising the very man he is now training Teofimo to destroy. Some insiders are calling it psychological warfare, suggesting Tyson is playing both sides to ensure the biggest possible spectacle at the Garden. But others see it differently. They see a veteran who truly respects the sweet science and is caught between his admiration for Shakur's genius and his duty to the fighter he's actually coaching. Tyson has always said that boxing can break your heart, and watching a talent like Shakur evolve while you're actively plotting his downfall must be a strange mental space to inhabit.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not going for either one. You know, I think both of them have a very great value of skill to when they meet. It's hard, man. It's really hard for me to sit more than another. And the crazy thing is, like, right now, a good friend of mine, Rel, he's working with Shakur right now, and it's like, you know, I know what Rel can do, and I've seen what Rel can do, so I know what his addition is going to be to that camp, which is going to be great. I'm not going for anybody in that fight, but it's just a great. I even saw T.O. train a couple times when I went out to Vegas. So, like, I've seen what he's capable of, especially, like, when he used to train with, I don't know if he still does, when he trained with George Rubio. Like, I'm good friends with George. So it's like, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I know that people, you know, they'll make their prediction based off what they think based off their styles of fighting, but people have been really bringing up the word athleticism in this particular fight, right? Who's more athletic? Yeah. People say Tio is freakishly twitchy, but Shakur is such a competitor, and so he's answered back like, what does that even mean? Like, what's more athletic? So seeing how they both train, I mean, is there, I don't want to compare, have you pit like who's more athletic, but like that term athleticism, is it warrant and fair for Tio to get the credit as athleticism? And is Shakur being, I guess, underrated on what he could be considered as athletic?
I think Tio is offensively explosive, and he definitely has the athleticism edge over Shakur. Now, I think Shakur's defense is high caliber, and his IQ is also high caliber. So it's a really good matchup, because it's kind of like Tio brings, he can either, depending how he fights Shakur, he can either make it a tough night or he can make it an easy night for Shakur.
The plot thickened even further when rumors surfaced that Floyd Money Mayweather had been spotted at Shakur's camp.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 would be hands down Shakur Stevens.
What is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together.
If Tyson joining Lopez was a shot across the bow, Mayweather joining Stevenson is a full-scale nuclear launch. This has effectively turned a 140-pound title fight into a proxy war between two of the greatest icons in the history of the sport. While Tyson is teaching Teofimo how to put his foot on their neck, Mayweather is reportedly in the other corner, teaching Shakur the secret moves and subtle shoulder roll variations that made Floyd untouchable for 2 decades. It's a battle of philosophies. The raw, intimidating power and aggression of the 80s versus the surgical, high IQ defensive brilliance of the 2000s. The air in both camps is thick with the kind of tension you only feel before a generational shift.
I look at Teofimo a lot like Yard when I say as far as like he's a front runner. I mean, the first couple rounds, Teofimo is hella dangerous. You know what I'm saying? He's explosive, but he struggles against boxers who can, carry him the distance and give him angles and give him trouble, right? Which Shakur can do. But when I watched this, I think it was this Abeda fight. Shakur got hit clean. He been getting hit clean, but he just ate the joint. But he got hit clean. I'm looking at him like if I'm Teofimo, the reason I took that fight is because I say if I can get in the same positions or I can get to those spots where I can hit Shakur clean, can Teofimo hurt Shakur with one shot? Can he hurt him clean? He hasn't been a killer, as much of a killer at 140. And after Kambosos, he hasn't been the same in my opinion. But he's still explosive and still dangerous in the first 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? First 8 rounds. So I think it's a good fight. I like the fight actually because of that. Teofimo got the explosive punching power on his side and good athleticism, and Shakur has superior boxer IQ, good range, good distance. So it's great. It's good boxer versus good athlete at this point. So I like the fight. I don't say it's 50-50. I say it's 60-40 Shakur, but I like Teofimo's chances in this fight. You know what I'm saying? If Teofimo makes this a fight and comes out early and attacks and gets right up on Shakur, right? Attacks him and makes him fight. I mean, it's gonna be one of two things. Either you're gonna see what's his name, the Jesus, or what's his name, the guy that he fought. De Los Santos. You're gonna see De Los Santos Part 2, and he's just gonna get on his bicycle, which we don't want to see, or he's gonna have to fight. And and I think Teofimo is a guy that can make Shakur fight because he can cut off the ring well enough. You know what I'm saying? I think he can stay with him well enough where he can turn this into a fight, and it'll be exciting for him if he does.
We have to talk about that viral neck comment because it's the heartbeat of this entire rivalry. In a leaked clip from the Lopez camp, ever since making his mark in the 140-pound division, Teofimo Lopez has been clear about his intentions to hurt people and put his foot on their neck.
I'm excited to put my foot on everybody's neck. It feels great to come to this new division and have everyone call me out. That basically shows that the king stays king.
Tyson's reaction was one of pure dark joy. He told Teofimo that's exactly what the people want. They want to see the predator. That's the energy Teofimo is bringing to Madison Square Garden. He isn't looking to win a decision. He's looking to leave a permanent mark on Shakur's legacy. He wants to be the first man to hand Stevenson a loss and do it in a way that haunts him. But after Tyson saw that new footage of Shakur, you have to wonder if he's worried that the neck Teofimo is reaching for might be too fast to catch.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counterpuncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete, and as a competitor, he is one of those guys who saves his A game for a fellow elite opponent. That's when he really rises his game and shows us the Teofimo Lopez that everybody thought he was when he was a prospect. People used to look at him and say, oh, this guy is going to be the star in boxing. It didn't really play out that way, but every now and then he reminds us how special he is.
Teofimo is a two-division Ring Magazine champion. In both fights where he won the Ring Magazine championship, he was the underdog. 4-1 underdog against Lomachenko. People forget Lomachenko was taking elite fighters in the lower divisions and they were quitting.
Yes.
He was beating them into some, they were like, I can't do this, right? And Teofimo beat him. Right, he outboxed him.
Yeah, he didn't do it by physically imposing himself on him.
He outboxed him. He
Yeah.
outfought him. He had speed, power, and then again against Josh Taylor at junior welterweight, he was the underdog. So he saves his best for his biggest moment.
The tactical reality of this fight is fascinating. Stevenson's greatest gift has always been his distance control. He's like a watchmaker, operating with micro adjustments that make his opponents look like they're punching at shadows. If he has truly added the aggressive finishing that the new footage suggests, he's no longer just a defensive puzzle, he's a threat from every angle. On the other side, Teofimo, under Tyson's guidance, is becoming more elusive himself, focusing on ugly efficiency rather than trying to out-pretty a stylist like Shakur. The first few rounds are going to be a high-speed game of chicken. If Teofimo can't find the chin early, will the pressure from Tyson's foot-on-the-neck philosophy cause him to overcommit and stumble into one of those surgical counters?
Now, this New York-New Jersey beef rivalry, do you think that adds an extra layer to the storyline between you two come January 31st?
I mean, if we want to talk about it, like, Brooklyn took the New Jersey Nets and brought them to Brooklyn Nets, so we're already winning on that side. I'm just here to finish the work that they ain't finished.
I need to go back because everybody keeps saying that you're not from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's just a fake story. You're really from Florida or wherever you're
I'm from both. I'm
where's the
grateful.
birth certificate, the school picture? Where is it at?
I have them. My mother really has them, but yeah.
I think we need the proof,
I was
guys.
in.
We need to.
I was in. I think kindergarten. When the 9/11 situation happened, and they called it Code Red or Code Black, and they had us. Yeah, so I've been around the whole situation, but it's just that they say I'm not from Brooklyn because it's not like in the boxing root of it all. But that's fine. That's cool with me. I ain't here to be. I ain't here to be in a group. I'm here to do my part. And if you look at Madison Square Garden, it says Teofimo versus Shakur. It doesn't say Shakur versus Teofimo. So I run.
As we head toward January 31st, the media circus is only going to get louder. Headlines like Iron Mike warns young champion are already dominating the social feeds, and every training clip is being dissected by millions. But behind the hype, there's a real human story about three men at different stages of their lives. You have Tyson, the legend looking to pass on his flame, Teofimo, the hungry champion seeking redemption and a legacy, and Shakur, the undefeated prodigy trying to prove he's the pound-for-pound king of 2026. This isn't just about the WBO belt or a payday, it's about which version of boxing history wins. When the bell finally rings at Madison Square Garden, all the social media theater and leaked footage won't matter. The shocked look on Mike Tyson's face will be replaced by the cold reality of the ring. Either Teofimo Lopez will execute the peekaboo masterpiece and break the impossible style of Shakur, or Stevenson will prove that his evolution into a finisher has made him the most dangerous man on the planet. Boxing is a sport of truth, and on fight night, the truth usually hurts. Whatever happens, we are witnessing a moment in time that will be talked about for decades. The chessboard is set, the pieces are moving, and the king is about to be challenged. Grab your snacks and clear your schedule, because this is the kind of drama that only happens once in a generation. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.